Hey, 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 it's me, Mitchell Jones. I just stepped outside. Listen, I don't know if you all are paying attention. I don't know if you're paying attention. But I want to talk to you just for a second. Something that has never happened in the 18-year history of crude oil being traded. Listen to me. Crude oil, right at this moment, is being traded for minus $30 over minus $30. Listen, hear me, listen. Crude oil, a barrel of oil this morning was over $21. A barrel of oil was over $21. At this very moment, a barrel of oil is minus $37. I said minus 37. That's negative 37. They can't get anybody to buy the oil. Do y'all hear me? They can't get anybody to buy the oil. Listen, the oil is being traded for minus 37 bucks. They can't get anybody to buy it. I just want that to sink in. They can't get anybody around the world. Nobody can get anybody to buy the oil. It's minus $37 and some change. Russia, Saudi, fighting over a price war. We had to agree to put out less oil. Everybody, nobody, let me say it again. A barrel of oil at $2.32 is being traded for minus $37 and some change. That means there's way more oil. They've got so much oil around the world that they have run out of places to store the oil. There is no demand for crude oil. Unless they gouge us, we're gonna see gas prices fall probably below 90 cents within the probably before the end of the week is here. Listen, that extra money that you have because you don't have to put it in your tank, I'm telling you, you better put it somewhere. You better buy you some penny stocks and take your chances. Buy you some penny crypto and take your chances. It's time to take a chance. Remember coming to America when the old lady was on the train and the prince put those earrings in her hand and she said, "I'll marry you if you're a prince." Well, I'm telling you, somebody's about to be made wealthy just like that. You paid $1. Howard said he paid $1.38. That's in Atlanta. It was $1.39 up in past Kings Dominion on Interstate 95, about 30 minutes above Richmond. Howard, you got to call me today. Call me after 7:15. Call me after 7:15. Let's get you hooked up. And I'm serious. I'm not a financial advisor and I do not give financial advice, but I will be open and transparent and tell you what it is I'm doing. The oil is below $0.00. It's minus $37 and some change. It went down from it was just under $22 a barrel this morning, and it dropped over 50-something dollars a barrel. It dropped over 300% to minus $37 and some change. Gas $1.35 at Costco. It was $1.39 at the 104 Friday, and it was $1.22 in Northern Virginia today. You're about to see it. You might even see it go to 50 cents. They said the price of oil has never been this low since they started trading oil 18 years ago. I heard Prophet Todd Hall say it about 20 years ago, back in the early 90s. He said that things were going to come down to the price that you and I could afford it. If you don't have your credit straight, go call somebody that can help you get your credit straight. If you don't have anybody, I know somebody that can get that stuff straightened out for you in 3 to 5 months and get you in the sevens so that you can be prepared and be ready to reap when this market comes back around. And it's not done. It's not done. I keep telling y'all, and I know I keep saying I'm not going to come back and tell you, but I just keep feeling compelled to tell somebody that this is the opportunity that we have never had. And this opportunity will never come again in any person's life that's listening to me. We will not see this opportunity ever again in our lives. I'm telling you, the wealth is about to transfer, and yeah, they're going to get rich and they may get richer, but it gives you and I an opportunity to get rich as well. You don't have to believe me. I'm being real country, but you ain't gotta believe me. But I'm gonna record it and I'm gonna leave it live. And I'm telling you, I'm gonna be the Mitchell Jones in 2020, at the end of 2020, in 2021, in 2022, and I'm gonna say I told you so. You can afford 20, 25, 30, 35, $40. You've been saving money in gas. You haven't been out to eat. You haven't been doing the recreational things that cost you money. You better get you some crypto. You better get you some cryptocurrency. You better get you some cryptocurrency. Now I'm not telling you what to do with these stocks. Now this just me. Unless I got $10,000 to $20,000 or $20,000 or more, I'm not playing that. I'm gonna take my risk on the cryptocurrency. And if you don't believe me that it's real, y'all trust Maxine Waters. Maxine Waters had a hearing of her own on January the 30th entitled "Is Cash Still King?" They are switching behind. Yeah, call me Tasha. I got you. Listen, they switching things behind the scenes. I told y'all the other night, and I'm telling you again today. Get your mind off Rona. Get your mind off of the 5G. Yes, those things are real. And I'm telling you, if you just pay attention, stop looking at Democrat, Republican, stop hating on Trump, and look at the TV and start seeing what you haven't seen before. They are fighting. Trump is fighting with Fauci. Fauci and Bill Gates are fighting against Trump. Pelosi is fighting against Trump. But let me tell you something. Pelosi getting paid. Pelosi getting hers. She in California in her home chilling. She ain't out there in no lines trying to get a box of food. She's not out there in Texas where the people are mile long, where they have 11 rows of cars. She not out there. She's at home with no makeup on. I'm at home with my looking bald. But guess what? I'm putting $20 and $30 away. I'm telling you, I put $20 and $30 away, $5 here, $10 there. I'm telling you, I've been doing it since last March. It doesn't take much. What do you have in your house? You better empty out that change drawer, that jar that you have, that ceramic duck, that piggy bank that you have, wherever you keep your money, in your mattress, in that shoebox, in that sock. You better get that money out and count it. If you got $25 or $30, you better put it somewhere. And if you don't know where to put it, I'll help you. I'm not a financial advisor and I'm not giving financial advice, but if I were you, I sure would check it out. I'm just trying to help you listen so that we can all eat. Some of y'all got pastors that don't know nothing what I'm talking about. Tell your pastor, hit me up. And if he don't want to hit me up, tell him listen and call somebody that he'll pay attention to. It ain't got to be me. I'm not selfish. I've always given information free. Any pastor would tell you, if I've been able to help a pastor start a ministry, to give him some of the manuals, to give him some of the documents that we've used to develop ministry, I've done it. I've passed on everything because I believe in freely give, freely receive. And when some of y'all come into your kingdoms, I need y'all to hook a brother up. I need y'all to remember. Tiffany Ross, I'm your baby's daddy, but I need you to send me $30 so I can get you some cryptocurrency. Yes, sir. Somebody said they saved $120 on not going to the barber. And guess what? When me and my son go, we pay $42 and I tip the barber $8. And we will go every 2 to 3 weeks. And sometimes I will go every week. So yeah, I done saved $100 or more. I done saved $100 or more. And I filled up my van with gas on March the 26th, and I just filled it up on Friday. And it didn't take $22 to fill up the van. Because I've been at home. I may not have a lot, but I'm gonna put the little bit that I got out there. Come on, y'all, we can do this. We can do this. The Most High has given us an opportunity. He's given us an opportunity. And if you don't know, thank you. I love you, Tiffany. I'll forever be your baby's daddy, and ain't nothing you can do about it. I tell her all the time, some of y'all may not understand this, but I tell her, you know what? I don't care what happened. I don't care how things went, but you know what? She's always going to be my wife, because once you go there, you can't take that back. And I'm not talking about a license either, because the scripture says when you go in unto her and know her, that becomes your wife. So I can't divorce her forever. I know we may have done it on paper, but I'm going to forever look out for you. And if I'm eating, you're going to be eating. And if you eating, I know I got something to eat too. That's how we roll. Listen, so for those of you that want to do some research on your own, XRP Arcade. Let me see if I can type it. XRP. Let me see if I can type it. XRP Arcade. XRParcade.com. XRP ARCADE LiveLifeLiv.com. That's a place where you can go and learn about some crypto. That's a place about XRP. And listen, there are others. There are tons of others out there. But go do your research. I've got some money. Sister Tiffany, thank you. I got you, and I'll take care of that in just a few minutes. I'm telling you, y'all, this is the time. I know I'm extending my moments with y'all, but I want it to sink in. I want it to sink in that this is our come up. Listen, Trump trying to rush us out the house because we are waking up. We are woke. All this racism that we wouldn't call. Yeah, I posted it this morning. I know some folks didn't like it, and I said it. I'll make no qualms about it. You don't have to be racist to call out racism, and it doesn't mean that you're not racist. It just means that you called it out. So whether people are racist or not, listen, it's time to call people to the carpet and stop letting people get away with saying and doing anything. Exactly. Some of y'all saw that TikTok where they had a recipe how to make an end. And they put it in the sink, and now she want to blame the boyfriend. No, man, we about to hold you accountable. People have called universities that she's applied to. The high school that she goes to has already expelled her. She might not even graduate. And she doesn't think it's fair that she's being treated this way, that the video is still being shared. Well, baby, maybe you should have kept your mouth shut. And maybe you are ignorant, but guess what? The people that taught you the racism, now the sins of them are going to visit you. Take a lesson at 17 or 18, however old you are, sweetie, and don't come that way again. We're not going to be silent, and we're not going to be so quick to turn the other cheek. Y'all can do all that turning the other cheek if you want to. I'm going to turn it and you ain't going to slap it either. I'm trying to keep my little black cheek. I know as dark as I am, it'll get red if you slap me hard enough. Get you some stocks, get you some crypto, get you something. Now, I'm just telling you, I'm not a financial advisor and I don't give financial advice, but I'd wait on that stock market a little bit unless you got $15,000 or $20,000 to play with. Some of y'all got 401ks with $20,000 and $30,000 left in it. You better get your money. I'm telling you, even if you got to pay 10%, I promise you, those that are listening to me, now you can take this as prophecy, you can take it for what you want, but I'm gonna say this right here: if you go and get your money out of those 401ks, now I'm not talking about where you got stocks and you trust in the stocks that you have in. I'm talking about those of you that have your 401ks and your retirement accounts trusted with other people. There is a company that has, I think it's $7.4 billion worth of people's money around the world. They're the largest asset holder around the world. They're prepared to lock all that money down. They are prepared to lock all that money down because this country is bankrupt and has always been bankrupt since we got off the gold standard. And if you don't understand what I'm talking about, check out my video from last night where I talked about stimulus checks and them not being able to do anything without us. We are the energy that causes money to move. That's why they call it currency. You heard about that, about currents in the water? Well, that's what we are to the money. Money does not move except you use the currency that we are, except you use the energy of the people to move that money. That's why they gave you a stimulus check to stimulate the economy, to get money back into their hands. That wasn't for you. That was for them. Oh, but the Most High. Oh, my goodness. I'm telling you, it may be, listen, The Great Gatsby, the book starts out, it was the worst of times, it was the best of times. It may be the worst time and you look around, but it's the best time. Okay, that's right. I want people to research it. That's right. And some of you can go to, I'm going to type in this other Ripple.com. They are the parent company that owns XRP. They're the parent company that owns XRP. Go check it out. Those of you that are just coming in, I started this video by talking about the price of a barrel of oil. The price of a barrel of oil at $2.32 today was minus $37 and some change. I said minus. I didn't say $37. A barrel of oil dropped 300+% today. The stock market went up Friday. Why did the stock market go up Friday? Because 80 million people have been given $1,200 to spend. And they knew that money was out there in the market, so they trusted. They trusted that we were going to spend it, that we were going to pay rent, that we were going to pay loan payments, car payments, credit card payments, that we were going to go in the grocery stores and spend it, that we were going to buy TVs and shoes and whatever else we deemed that we needed or the things that we desired and just wanted to go buy. And they knew what we were going to do. And let me tell you what they're going to do with that. They're going to take all that data, and they're going to use all that data to see where we were spending our money, and they're going to determine how much money they're going to give us in this next stimulus check. Listen, I know some people are upset and saying, well, they don't need to give us, we got to pay that money back. Be quiet. You're ignorant and uninformed. That $1,200 does not have to be paid back. That was a credit that is going to be given to you. If you don't know what you're talking about, keep your mouth shut and go and go research before you start instilling fear in people. It's not a time for us to be fearful. It is time for us to be fortified. It's time for us to be learned. It's time for us to be informed and educated and go get what the 40 acres and the mule. And since you didn't give me the 40 acres and the mule, then we're going to get 400 acres and 40 mules. Hello, somebody. I'm telling you, I've dropped some websites in here. Go check it. Go check them out when you get a chance. Don't take my word for it. I don't need you to take my word for anything that I'm giving you. I said it before. This isn't financial advice, and I'm not a financial advisor. Let me tell you something else that's out there looming. They've got pedophile rings in Hollywood. They've got pedophile rings in Washington D.C. Listen, yes, that's right. Check the facts. Check me out. You go do the research. I don't come to you with all the papers, and I don't come to you with all the websites and my resources, because if I did that, it would take me 3 and 4 hours just to get through one 1 hour video. I was supposed to be 30 minutes last night. I was an hour. Listen, some of y'all need to get off that television and get off the telephone. You're listening to people that are not telling you what you need to be doing. You're sitting at home. You're bored. You say you're lonely. Get yourself somewhere and do some research and find out what you need to do so that when you come out of this, that when this pandemic is over, when this recession, when this depression, because if this doesn't stop, we're going to be headed for a depression. If this doesn't stop, we're going to be headed for a depression. And there are going to be some soup lines. If you think those lines in Texas are long now, where there are 1,000 plus cars, people waiting in line to get food. Over in Hampton, Virginia, they serviced a couple of weeks ago over 500 vehicles, and they turned away over 500 vehicles. They're throwing away milk. They're throwing away vegetables in fields. They're dumping them and plowing them up because they can't even get trucks to come and get that stuff fast enough. Rather than saying, come on, people, and be socially distant and pick the food, some of them don't even want to give it away. And they're making an excuse that they can't get a truck in there. If you can't get a truck in there, then you bring somebody in there like Mitchell Jones that knows how to do logistics and knows how to become an operations manager and get that food to where it needs to be. They are making many excuses. We are seeing excuse after excuse, and the excuses are over. I'm telling you, the Most High has gotten up off the throne to come down to see about his people. And listen, another reason they want to get you back out the house and get you back to work, because you're waking up. Everybody's not watching TV. And some of you are watching TV, and you watch so much TV that you're just watching reruns. And now you're seeing videos, and we're sharing videos. And before they can take them down, we've gotten them off, and we put them in people's inboxes. We are getting our knowledge on. The things that they stripped away from us, the knowledge that they've taken away, the knowledge that they've hid, the knowledge that they've encoded, the things that they've wanted us to see, the programming that they've given us through television programs and radio programs and through the movies. We're beginning to see through all of that. And I'm asking the Most High to give all of you the ability to look at the television, to look at the news, and to begin to see beyond what they're saying, to see beyond what they're doing, that you can see the schemes and the plans of the enemy. I'm telling you, it's our time to come up. It's our time to come up. I'm not prejudiced in my bones at all, but I'm telling you, there's a special come up for the people of the Most High. There's a special come up for people of color. There's a special come up for what y'all call black and brown people. There's a special come up. There's a special come up. Listen, 5G is alive and well in California. They've got Domino's out there delivering pizzas with nobody driving the cars. The Ubers, the driverless Ubers are out there. It's up and running. It's over there in China. It's already up. And as soon as they can get the death rate down in New York, you mark my word, as soon as they can get the death rate down low enough, you're going to see all those driverless Ubers, all those driverless taxis and delivery cars, you're going to see that stuff come online. Amazon is already using 5G. They've got these drones up in the air delivering packages. You better wake up. You better wake up. You better wake up. Artificial intelligence is good when it's in the right hands. But when it's in the hands of evil and wicked people, if we don't pray, if we don't meditate, if we don't get involved and continue to stay up and continue to stay woke and don't be lulled back to sleep, let me tell you, some of y'all still think 9/11 was a real event. Some of y'all still think 9/11 was a real event. When there are public documents that you can read that will show you, will tell you. They've had public hearings that they televised on TV. You can YouTube them and sit there and watch them, but you won't sit there and watch them because it's boring to you. But you'll sit there and watch 29 episodes on a weekend to catch up on a series that you've never seen before. I'm not fussing, I'm not making no judgment, but I'm telling you, that's the way they've trained us and that's the way they programmed us. We go to sleep at night. We can't even go to the bathroom at 3 or 4 o'clock in the morning before we pick up the cell phone. The first thing we do when the alarm clock goes off, we don't even wipe our eyes. We pick up the cell phone and we see what notifications we are. It's not by chance that you do that. It was programmed that way. Remember, there were no lights on the phone, and then all of a sudden we started getting these one red light to let us know that we had a message, and then you started getting multicolors of messages so you'll know which app it was, and now Apple has this light, like almost like a disco light. Baby, that's programming. That is programming, and I promise you, they know when you respond to it. They are recording the data. That's why the phones do what they do when the next generation of phones come out, because they've recorded all of the data. That's what everybody's fussing over. That's what everybody's fighting over. That's why they have such a problem with Zuckerberg, because he has the most data, because he has 2 billion people on his platform around the world. China, people in China can't even put in Facebook.com. They can't even get on Facebook because China refuses to give up the data to anybody. China refuses to give up the data. There are hundreds of people around this world that are being thrown in jail and you don't know it. Let me tell you something. You ain't got to believe it. I don't care. I'm not Democrat. I'm not Republican. I'm not independent. I'm for the people of the Most High. Whether you believe it or not, the Most High chose Donald Trump, and the Most High, in all of his ignorance and all of his foolishness and all of his stupidity, is still using Donald Trump to get us where he wants us to be. You ain't got to believe it. Take your mouth off of him. You're looking at external stuff. You don't know what's going on. And if you don't really know what's going on, and if you haven't done enough research, shut your mouth and just watch the results. It's working in your favor. And you don't even know it. Don't curse your blessing. Don't curse your blessing. He'll use the man to bless you. They want to give you $2,000 a month until this pandemic is over. They're fighting. They don't know what to do. They know they've got to prop the economy up. Give the people the money. Yeah, because you're not making it. It's only being returned. It's only being returned. Man, I got on here to say one thing about the price of oil that has gone down to minus $37 and some change. You better understand, it's a lot more things going to be coming all the way down. That $300,000 house is about to be $100,000. That $50,000 car is about to be $12,000. I'm looking at RVs for my next residence, and RVs that are $300,000 are already marked off $100,000. I'm waiting until they come down to about $150,000 or less. And I'm going to get me a RV that sleeps 10 people with 2 bedrooms so I can take it to the hills, so I can take it to the valley, so I can take it to the Walmart parking lot, so I can take it on the grid, off the grid, wherever I need to take it, in case they decide to trip. And I'm going to tell you this, for those of you city lovers, listen, you're no more than a city lover than I am. I love New York City. It is the best place in the world for me. Every time I go there, if you've ever been there with me, or if you talk to anybody that's ever seen me get into the city or just see the skyline from the New Jersey Turnpike, you would think I've never been there. And as much as I'd love to live in New York City, I'll tell you this, that ain't the place that I'd be. They want people in the inner cities. Haven't you noticed that? Listen, this gentrification that they got going on, it's a hurtful thing, but can I tell you something? In the end, people gonna be glad that they got pushed out in the country. People gonna be glad that they got out there where there were wells and septic tanks, when they start blacking out cities, when they start flipping switches and they start contaminating what they've worse than what they've already done, when they start contaminating water systems. Do your research on these vaccines. The Most High loved me enough when my oldest biological daughter was sitting in the waiting room with my wife, waiting to be called back to go and get her first vaccines as a baby. Somebody from the UK was on the phone with me and just happened to ask where Tiffany was. I said she went to take the baby to get her vaccines, and she said, "Stop her, don't do that." And she sent me all this information, and I began to research, and I did the research, and thankfully Judah nor Jakai have had vaccines, and Judah nor Jakai. Judah's 14, Jakai's 12. They're both about to have birthdays, about to be 15 and 13, and neither one of them have had nothing further than a common cold. Hello, somebody. Your immune system from the foundation of the world is already able to fight off any virus known to mankind, to include the coronavirus. But they've not given us the right food. They've not given us the right minerals and the right water. That food pyramid that they gave us works against us. All the dairy, all the meat, all that stuff works against us. Lord have mercy. I'm going to leave it alone right there. I didn't intend to stay on this long. Y'all do me a favor. Share this video, not because I need likes, but because I'm trying to help somebody. It doesn't matter. Trust me. I won't get enough views for them to monetize it anyway. And I don't really care about that, because I got enough coins out there that when they come on off this reset, then I'm going to come right on up with it too. So back this up if you just came in. I started all this because the price of oil dropped to minus $37 and some change today. Come on, y'all. A reset's coming. The playing field is about to be leveled. Donald Trump got in office and he said he was here to drain the swamp. That's why so many people are getting fired. Come on. That's why so many people are getting arrested. You don't have to like him. I don't have to like him either. But it's working for our good. It's working for our good. I said last night, and I'll say it again. It doesn't matter who the president is going to be in the fall, because they're already fighting. The 1%ers of the 1% are fighting against the rest of the rich. Poor folk, all we got to do is sit back. When they start fighting in the streets, you think these people that have gone to these courthouse steps and want to be let back out, listen, they ain't done yet. They the ones with all the guns and all the ammunition and all the automatic weapons and all the semi-automatic weapons. Most of us were two-porter Ford, any more than one or two guns. If we were, and most of us are too afraid of guns and we don't have any, or we got felony records and we can't have none. But they got them all. Watch what happens. I'm just telling you. Put your eyeglasses on. Put your contacts on. It's 2020. We about to see clearer than we ever seen. We about to see what Hollywood is about. We about to see what the NBA is about. We about to see what the NFL is about. They're losing ground. They are losing ground. They are anxious. I'm telling you, the powers that be are concerned. And if you and I stay woke, and if we don't forget the Most High like we did back in the book of Genesis, then He won't have to turn us over. If we would turn back to Him and don't forget Him, I got some more stuff to hit y'all with, but I'm trying to loosen your spirit up. I'm trying to loosen your mind up. I'm trying to loosen your focus up. I emptied out a whole church of people in 2009. I'm not proud of it, but I gave so much revelation they couldn't take it. I thought I was doing them a service by giving it to them. I thought they desired it. I thought they wanted it, but I got it in 2015 that it was just too much. It was too much for them to handle. There's nothing going on right now that I didn't already say in 2008, 2009. Not a thing that's going on right now that I didn't already see coming and I didn't already warn them. That's why many of them back following me. I wasn't mad with any of them because they did what they needed to do. And I'm telling you, your pastors are out there. They don't have a clue what's going on. You better tell your pastor, get in a closet somewhere and hear from the Most High concerning His people. We're so busy just wanting to get back to church. You better enjoy yourself at home. Because I'm telling you, the day is coming where where the church doors won't even open. If they open, they'll open maybe once or twice a month. And if it is open every week, you won't even want to go every week. And your pastor won't even be mad with you if you don't come every week, because it won't even have to be like that. Because the real deal, if you gave the money or had the money to give that was needed to fund the ministry, the pastor wouldn't really have that much to say when folks don't come to church. Because they know when folks come to church, they give. No, and I don't think it's sin that people are dying. Listen, I don't have the answers to why a bunch of preachers around the country are dying. I don't, but I can say this: to whom much is given, much is required. And I said it last night, and I'll say it again. Church of God in Christ, based on what I know, and if I'm wrong, somebody correct me, is the largest color Pentecostal denomination. I think it's larger than any Baptist organization in this country. You have a responsibility. You have a responsibility. You should be leading the way. But guess what? There are preachers and prophets that are coming from out of closets, that are coming from out of their homes, who don't have a member nowhere, who nobody's ever heard of, but they've got words. They understand what's going on. That's the only reason I'm talking again, because I know what's going on. I know what's going on. I know what time it is. I know what time it is, and we're about to get all of our stuff back. It's time to love. It's time to unify. And love and unity doesn't mean that we like what each other does. You don't have to like that she's been married 3 times. You don't have to like that she's got 5 baby daddies. You don't have to like that he's still doing drugs. You ain't got to like none of that stuff. Mind your manners, mind your own house, mind your own spirit, mind your own soul, mind your own emotions. Get what you need to get in this season. Get what you need to get in this hour. Just make sure that you're ready to come out. Just make sure that you're ready to come out. Those of you that got to go out there, you don't have to be fearful. You don't have to be afraid. Get you some vitamin C. I'm not a doctor. I'm not a medical doctor. I'm just telling you what I do. I got vitamin C. I got vitamin D. I've got turmeric pills. I've got detox pills. I've got liver cleanse pills. I sure do. I've got prebiotics and probiotics. I got super greens. I got all of that stuff. I'm not afraid to come out here. I stayed home 2 weeks to make sure I got my system fortified and alkaline water. If you can't afford alkaline water, get you some distilled water. I know y'all thought distilled water was just for the ironing board. I know you thought that distilled water was just for the iron. Distilled water will get every toxin out of your body. If you don't believe me, drink 64 ounces of distilled water this evening and see what happens to you. And if you want a cheap detox, get you some uniodized salt. And get you some warm water. Get you 32 ounces of warm water in the morning before you drink anything else, before you eat anything else. Get you 32 ounces of distilled water and some uniodized salt. And you do that for 3 mornings. Now you might need to do it a couple hours before you leave home, but some of y'all at home all day anyway. Some of y'all might need some baby wipes if you do it. I'm telling you, it's time to get our spirits cleaned out. Hey, Pastor Darren, hey, Bishop Darren, it's time to get our spirits cleaned out. It's time to get our souls cleaned out. It's time to get our minds right. It's time to elevate. And the Most High is giving us an opportunity to elevate. He's giving us an opportunity to reset, to refocus, to reposition ourselves so that we can come out. So that we can come out thriving, so that we can come out millionaires and billionaires. Yes. Some of you don't need all that stimulus check. Some of you don't need any of it. The money they're about to give you, I said the money that they're about to give you because they're coming around and give you. Some of you are going to be going to work and you won't even need that money to pay your bills. You better get you some cryptocurrency coins. You better hold on to some of that money until some of these stocks tank all the way down back to under $1, under 5 cents. When these stocks tank 90 and 95% and you can come back up. I'm telling you what I know. Telling you what I know. It's our time. Mind your business. Got mine. Go. Immune system is our greatest defense. Yes, it is. Not a vaccine. Your body does not need to be infected with a virus in order to defend itself from a virus. No, because when the virus comes upon your body, when the immune system sees it, it will begin to function just like it does when they give you a vaccine. That's why some people catch it, because the immune system can't fight off the little bit of disease, the little bit of the virus that they put in you. That doesn't even make logical sense, y'all. But we've listened to everything they told us because the doctor said it, because it was in a book, because they told us in school. All of that was programming. From your baby watching cartoons, from your baby playing with those little toys. Our kids are being programmed with these PS4s and PS5s, if they're even out now, and these Xboxes and these games. They're desensitizing them. They're desensitizing them to shooting. They're desensitizing. See it already in our neighborhoods. Our kids don't mind killing. They don't mind shooting one another because they've already desensitized them with the rap music. And because that didn't work for everybody, because some of you shut down rap music in your home, now they brought the video games in your home and you gave it to your kid to keep him away from you so you could watch your vision. So you could watch the vision that they told you that was full of lies with the one-eyed demon, as they used to call it. Your children are in another room and you trying to be in a hurry to get the school to open back up because you shouldn't be a parent. You don't deserve kids if you want to send them back out. If you want to send your kids back out and your 3 to 4 weeks, then there's something wrong. And I'm not judging you. I'm saying that you need to go check yourself. Get your mind right. Get somewhere and pray and fast and meditate until you can stand your own children. And if you can't stand your own children, then look in the mirror. It's because you can't stand yourself. And I know I'm talking. Y'all, I love y'all. I've been on here long enough. I gotta go. Bye, y'all. Live life live. Live it to the fullest. Live it on your terms and live it unapologetically. Ain't nobody got nothing to do with what you do. Ain't nobody got nowhere to send you when you leave this life. It's all up to you. Whatever you want to do. I know. No. Don't try to read nothing into that. What you get out of that is what you got out of that. I'm talking about within your boundaries of your spiritual walk, whatever that is. Don't try to say I'm trying to license you to do whatever you want to do. No, you have free will to do whatever you want to do. That's why you do the things. That's why you do the wrong that you do. Because you have the power to do it. And then you turn around and repent. Now, I ain't trying to license nobody to do nothing. But I'm telling you, it is that way. Bless you. Love you guys.